Hello everybody! I'm back, Mr. McSquare, Organic Minecraft. So glad to see you all. Today, I'm going to work on a raid battleground in the sky. So this is going to take care of my Cloud City project, my raid battleground project, and when you do raids, you're going to get a bunch of totems, so that'll give me what I need for a totem shop. But today, we're not going to worry about the shop so much, but let's build that raid battleground. And I'm going to take you to the sky. I built this platform all out of snow blocks. In my last episode I showed you that the snow blocks just work way better as clouds over top of the choice of using pale oak. But as you can see, snow's the way to go. And they look as much like a cloud as any block I can think of in this bloody game. These are sea lanterns all over the place because I don't want spiders spawning on the bottom of my clouds. It's just wrong. And it's also bad enough that you're gonna have lighting issues. So I put sea lanterns on the bottom, then put little pillars with a sea lantern on top. Because the trick I'm gonna use to light up this whole thing to prevent mobs to come is light. There's light on the bottom. I could cover it with half slabs of like polished diorite, but I think that might look weird. So I'm just leaving the lights exposed on the bottom. And then the cloud itself is going to be 4 blocks thick. Light on the bottom, light on top, and a partial slab on top of that sea lantern will allow the light from the sea lantern to still affect the above area. Okay, and then I got the lighting all figured out, but I gotta fill in that cloud. Like, if something happens, I don't want it to be a void area where stuff can spawn. So I'm down here in the nether, and you can see that I carved a bunch of villager statues and carved up the entire center section of the nether. It's still loading in because I just jumped in here. I carved out this whole center section, and I didn't throw the blocks away because I didn't know what I would need them for. So hidden behind that portal is a little storeroom. In this storeroom, you can see I just got chests on top of chests on top of chests full of netherrack. And I finally got a use for some of this netherrack. And a lot of this netherrack, actually. Do you know that a 200 by 200 block cloud is about 40,000 blocks? 40,000 blocks times more than one layer is a whole lot of bloody blocks. It's a good thing I got a whole lot of netherrack. So, sandwiched in between the cloud at the bottom and the half slabs on top are 3 layers of netherrack. Trust me, I'm not going to show you, but just trust me, there's 3 layers of netherrack in there, and each layer, it's a little less than 40,000 netherrack blocks. Ugh. Okay, that brings us to the center of the whole cloud area. And you'll notice that I put glass in the center. And that glass is 4 blocks deep, just as thick as the cloud. Because Minecraft clouds are approximately 4 blocks thick. And you'll notice that if you ever do any building at cloud height. So I put glass in the center because I want a beacon. A beacon to come through there. And I'm going to put the beacon at the bottom, shine a light right up through the middle of some kind of raid fortress. And then I'm going to have the effects of it. But I'm going to stick the beacon down here. And here's a little trick to build in water using lily pads. Thanks to Silent Whisperer, he's got a ton of followers. I hope you already know who he is. So you can see I can throw a lily pad in the water, and then I can build above and below that lily pad without having to make a huge column from the bottom of the ocean or running all the way from the shoreline to get to the middle of the water. Oh, lily pads look like junk, but they're useful. So useful. Stick a lily pad in the middle, and then you can build above or below and build a platform and then just go from there. So that's my shortcut for building in the water. Because out here, I want to build a boat, and that's going to hide a pyramid for a beacon. So that beacon will shine up through the top, which I've got all the glass for, and the center of that glass area is marked out so that I know where to build the fortress. And then down there, just for now, that there's an outline of a boat here. And it's just, right now it's just spruce logs. I'll get to it. I'm going to make a fisherman boat out of it, but that's another episode all of its own. So down below is the ship, and we're going to stick a beacon through that ship, which will shine up through the light, up in the clouds, where the raid battleground is. So the raid battleground also needed another need for a beacon, and then the beacon facilitated the need for, we gotta hide and dress up that sucker, so we're gonna build a ship down here. That'll be next episode. But for now, let's focus on that raid battleground. So up here it's all half slab, no monsters on the half slabs, and even if there was, there's lights that will permeate underneath there. That permeate means shines through the half slab. Light will go through partial blocks. I already showed that in a previous episode. So then I built a raid proof, well, it's not proof, but it's really, really, really close to being raid proof. Just a little bubble in the middle to fight from. So if you use an ominous potion, a raid will spawn up here. See, there's my ship down below. The beacon light coming up out of it, and all the way through the fortress, and keeps on going up. Okay, so on the inside of this fortress, is a single villager who we've got in a nice little protected cell, so that he doesn't get hurt by any raid, because accidents happen. And there he is. We use an enchanter, so that it's the villager that's attached to a grindstone. And we don't really use him for his skills too much, but if we need to, he's there. And he needed a bed and a bell, and then he qualifies as a village for raid purposes. Like so. So that's technically a one-man village, all set up. And each of my doorways it's got like a magma block moat. Because the raiders, they'll get hurt by magma blocks. And because I made it 3 thick, they don't even want to cross the sucker. There are some rare circumstances they will, but they get burnt up in the process, and they really avoid it. So they usually just run up next to it. And then, of course, whenever you build anything, you got to test it. So we're just going to quickly test this raid. And speaking from experience, I know that raids take a while, and if night comes and you sleep during a raid, it will end the raid on you and wreck your day. So don't sleep during a raid unless you want the raid to end. You'll get a raid defeat message, and that'll be the end of it. But we want hero of the village. We want to finish this sucker, and we want all the loot that drops off the raid. So we'll do the very quick version. We'll just show you the first and last wave, the stuff in between. But you can see ranged pillagers, right? They run right up to it, but they don't want to cross the magma blocks. They stay outside. Even if they came in, they can't get to me on the roof here. But they stay outside of the perimeter that I've established. See, he didn't run in. He stayed out. And that makes it quite easy to deal with these guys. I also put magma blocks right around the edge so that I've got line of sight to them. They're not hiding in a ledge here. I can see them all the way. They only come up to the magma block, not right up to the wall. If they were hugging the wall, I might not see them. Or they might not be in line of sight of arrows. But just by putting the magma blocks all the way around, they'll stay at least 1 block away from the wall. Okay, and here we are on the last wave. And the only thing of any threat at all is those evokers. Not the evoker themselves so much, but their ability to summon Vexes. Vexes can fly up and give you a hard time. You'll see them throw spikes once in a while, and this is high enough up and far enough away that, see, you just threw spikes, but it's out of their range. I don't get spiky. No spiky grabby claws stuff. The only thing that can really hurt me are the Vexes. So prioritize your targeting to evokers whenever you see them. They're also the handy dandy mob that drops the totems of undying. And all the rest of the guys, the Vindicators or the Johnnies with the axes, they're no issue. and leave them for last. The guys with the crossbows, they've got a little bit of a chance to shoot you, but they tend to run too close to the building to get a clear line of sight on you, but you can shoot down on them. The evokers, the only thing they can do is summon Vexes. That's a real pain in the butt. And then the other one that you might run across that you might want to get rid of are witches. Witches toss potions, splash potions of poison. I haven't been hit by them yet, but they might have a chance of affecting you. So just be aware of that. Evokers for Vexes, witches for poison, and the other three, like the Ravagers, no problem. They don't even fit through the doors, to be honest. The Vindicators with axes, and the witches. I also used iron doors just in case. There's a pressure plate down there, which if they run across, they have enough weight to activate the pressure plate and come on in, but I don't want them actually chopping down doors. In building this, I started out with one layer thick of magma. That wasn't good enough. They took the damage and then came on in, and I had to kill them inside this little raid bubble. And then wasn't hard, but still, one magma block wasn't enough. 2 magma blocks, sometimes they came across it, they usually didn't. And then 3 magma blocks, they stay away. I guess 3's the magic number that they're going, whoa, too much magma there, I'm not doing that. Might be an angry pillager, but I'm not that angry. Ugh. So as you can see, they just run around. And this is super easy. Hey, what are you looking at? Eat an arrow. What are you looking at? I'll just shoot between you. What are you looking at? Eat an arrow. And you can take them down. And if at any time I want to jump down, I can. The middle level is pretty safe. Top level just gives me the best visibility and ability to see all 4 sides. And it's just that easy. Raid, smash. Now, why smash raids? Well, we'll show you the loot that you get from a raid in just a moment. Turn around, collect the goodies. Okay, I'll take everything out of my inventory and I'll put it in a chest, and we'll look at what the total amount of loot is from a single raid. Of course, there's randomizers and variables to it, but it gives you a good idea of why I bothered to build all this, on top of it being fun. Okay, look at that. 5 totems of undying, 65 emeralds, whole bunch of crossbows, bunch of iron armor, some enchanted iron stuff. You can even get enchanted books, a bunch of saddles off the Ravagers, some odds and ends off the witches, and of course arrows from the regular pillagers. All from one raid. So this took quite a while to build, but it was a lot of fun. Huh. Guess that's all that's left, is I gotta dress this sucker up. Oh, and my favorite part. My absolute favorite part of the build. Actually, my favorite part is doing the build and sharing it with you guys. But my second favorite part is I get to take it off my to-do list. So I got to knock off Raid Battleground and test it. It works. It is my Cloud City. Where are you? Where are you? Okay, we got totems for a totem shop. Cloud City. There it is. Cloud City off the to-do list. And you know what? With all the emeralds that drop, the bank is something I should consider as well. So totem shop and bank. Ah, there it is. Okay, that's pretty good. Knock 2 items off the to-do list. And as always, every week you guys come and join me. Thank you very much. If you like what you see, do me a favor, share it with your friends. Till then, bye-bye.